Have you been watching your weight? No, I'm not talking about your body weight, so you can go ahead and stop being self-conscious about yourself. Lord knows I won't be. No, today we are talking about grain weight and what that does to your zero coming from your rifle. What's up, guys? My name is Jesse and welcome back to the channel. Today I just had this idea because, well, really, any idea that I have for a video, I kind of just film it and hope it does something. No, today we are going to take my 300 Blackout and we're going to do about 5 different grain weights, and I want to see if I zero it at 25 yards with one grain weight and then I move from different grain weights, what is that going to do? What's that bullet path going to look like at 25 yards? I'd like to go out to 100, but accuracy is going to be a problem. If you watched my height over bore video, you know wind is going to be a problem. Not a lot of wind today, but a little bit, and enough that I think it would affect the accuracy of these rounds. And I just don't think with just a regular red dot that at 100 yards I can accurately put rounds into the same spot and have a good collection of data. So we're just going to do 25 yards, but let's hop over to the table and let me show you what grains we're going to be doing today. And here are my 5 boxes. Now I tried to go with some of the most similar ammo from the same manufacturers, but that was a little bit hard, so this is what we have. First up, we have the Saber 110s. That is from AAC. Next up, we have AAC 125s. After that, we have another Saber 150s. And then I have Ammo Inc. 168s and another AAC 220 grain Subsonics. Now, honestly, I was just gonna zero with my 125 grains and do my testing that way, but I decided to throw another wrench into the whole situation. I found these 124 grains at a local gun store and decided that I'm just going to zero with these, and then I'm gonna do my testing with those 5 and kind of see what happens. Only one way to find out. This is a PSA 7.5 inch 300 Blackout. I have a Stingerworks Hunter suppressor on the front of this. I don't know if you care to know what bolt carrier it is, but I believe it's a PSA bolt as well. I have a primary arms red dot on it, and I think that's really all you need to know about this whole experiment. Now, we're technically doing 2 tests here, suppressed and unsuppressed. I'm gonna run 5 rounds of each grain weight unsuppressed and 5 rounds suppressed, and I wanna see if there's any effect on suppressed or unsuppressed, and also the grain weights. And I will let you know that this barrel, I believe, has about 1,000 rounds to it, so take that as you will. Let's confirm our zero with 124 grains unsuppressed. Let's go check the target. So it took me a second to figure it out, kind of got a grouping, and then somewhat got it in. That sounded weird. All right, let's do the test. First string of fire is going to be unsuppressed, 5 rounds going through each grain weight. We're going to start off obviously with the 110s. 125s. 150s. 168s. And lastly, the 220s. Let's go grab the target and do suppressed. Got the suppressor on, starting out with 110s on a new target. 125s. 150s. 168. Last up, 220s. I'm now gonna go grab that target. We're gonna get off the range and let's talk about our hits. Yeah, that last clip, I kinda lied. We're gonna stay on the range. It's also a different day because I'm just great at this whole filming thing. Now, I wanna say something before I go over the results. Didn't exactly get the results I was hoping for. Granted, should have seen that coming, being only at 25 yards, but I wanna give you guys a proposition. Now, I usually get about 5 likes on videos, average 5 to 6. So if I can get 10, just 10, I will revisit this video, and I have a couple ideas of how to make it a little bit better, but I don't want to just scrap this video and not show you guys this because, you know, why not put failures out on the internet? So again, 10 likes, I'll revisit this. I have a bunch of ideas of how to make it better. Let's go ahead and hit the like button. Now let's go over the results. So you can see on the screen, My unsuppressed stayed fairly close to that red square, pretty close to 0. Shot 5 shots again. I believe I stacked kind of 3 of them together, as you can see up there. And then the suppressed, the one in the middle there, to me, for some reason, it looks a little bit bigger, but I know I'm not that good of a shot. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I missed that shot. I don't know if it had to do with the ammo or I pulled a shot. I have no idea. Again, I'd like to revisit this video. Moving over to the 125s, the unsuppressed, not surprised that it stayed fairly close to 0. That is what we zeroed with, 124 grains anyway. So that I'm not too surprised with. The suppressed, however, I am. I'm not 100% that I pulled 2 shots that high off of the board, but for some reason there's 2 shots missing. So either suppressed messed with it that much, which I highly doubt, or I just suck at shooting, which is more than likely the cause. 150s honestly look very similar when it comes to suppressed and unsuppressed. Suppressed is a little bit of a tighter group. Again, that could be shooter error, or I don't know, shooter marksmanship, whatever the hell you want to call it. But for the most part, they are fairly close together. Now, 168s and 220s is where it gets kind of interesting. Suppressed version, there was a shot that I pulled. I knew instantly that I pulled it. That's off to the right. But it looks like 4 of them kind of stayed together. And then the unsuppressed version, they were kind of all over the place. So I don't know what to really make of that. Could have been the wind. It was a little breezy that day, and I wasn't shooting with a tripod. Now, the 220s suppressed, the group looks a lot tighter to me on suppressed. Now, that could be because 220 is supposed to be shot suppressed, or that's kind of where it thrives anyway. A little bit more open. I believe I stacked 2 right there in the middle on the unsuppressed version. Again, not really the results I was hoping for. I was hoping potentially for a little bit more deviation, but I kind of had a feeling that I wasn't going to get that. So again, 10 likes. That's all I'm asking for. 10 likes, I will revisit this. I'll let you know. I want to go 25, 50, and 100. I don't know if I'm going to zero at 50 or 25 yet. There are 2 other things that I want to throw in there. One is actually going to be a different variable. The other one is kind of just an accessory to the video, I guess. But again, go ahead, hit the like button. 10 likes, I will revisit this and make it better. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.